Hey everyone, I'm your host Lakia Gordon, and I am here at the Hampton Roads Youth Poetry Slam Fest, located in the heart of Newport News at the Downing Gross Cultural Center. I am so excited because I have an opportunity to interview some of the hottest poets and artists in the 757. You guys don't want to miss this, so stay right there because we'll be right back with some interviews with some of the poets themselves.
Ugly truths is for you. This is for you, and you, and you, and you over there. Yeah, you too. Yeah, you too. It's getting real, talking really real. Phone ringing all the time, but I'm busy still. And friends are back in town, but I'm absent. Questioning if I should go and chill or be writing still. You know I miss to save the planet, miss to turn the industry into a state of panic. And in the midst of that, I left you hanging. I let go of a lot to give you every word I'm saying. Back in '09, everything was how it should have been. Black convertible, freestyling with pedestrians. Eating out, walking by the lake, humming melodies. Watch the sunrise, chilling on the private property. And that's the good life, and I miss it. The clock just keeps on ticking, and I'm in love with the present. Every day the branches grow farther from the roots, pushing me closer to letting people hear the truth. I traded my contact list for lost youth, and my friends from high school lost contact too. Yeah, I'm talking about all y'all. I guess that's how it goes. Different seed, different direction for it to grow. Guess it's how it goes. Different seed, I still love y'all. For it to grow, y'all.
We are here with the founder of Teens with a Purpose, Miss Deidre. How are you?
Great, thank you.
This was amazing. This is my first time at the Slam Fest, and it just was so well organized. You have some awesome poets. How did this idea come about?
The Slam Festival itself started about in 2008 when a young poet, his name is Dante Frank, he came to us. He heard about Teens with a Purpose and that we had a poetry division, and he told us about something called Brave New Voices, and it's an opportunity for teen poets to travel the country, meet other poets, do activism work, and he said it seemed like a good fit for him. For Teens with a Purpose, would we consider, linking up and starting a poetry team to go to Brave New Voices? And Dante was with us for 2 years. He lit the fire, and we kept the torch going, and we've been doing it ever since then.
Why don't you judge my kind like we all are minutes? Why can't you look at me and see my skin is nothing else but a change in pigments? Why do you fail to see my intelligence and poise? You look past all the great things we do and all you see is noise. Chaos and corruption, ignorance and disruption, and you make up names to call us like we're killers of mass destruction. But you fail to see that color is only what you can see. So if we were all blind, you wouldn't know the difference between you and me, and the whole world would have to change and be called the melting pot. And don't think just because we carry guns and drink liquor shots that we don't have sense. Because the last time I checked, a black man was elected president, and a black man made the traffic light to prevent accidents. So don't look at me and be surprised by my superior intellect. And don't give me the cold shoulder because my skin is darker than a white man with vitiligo, and that's a pigmentation skin effect. Race is a word that separates humans in categories. In the 19th century, race had become almost identical to Bloods and Crips. Whites would try to lynch black folks, adults and kids, and property was assigned to white folks, but black folks couldn't come to this. The only difference
with Devondria, the young poet. How are you, Devondria?
I'm good. How are you?
I am excellent. So you got off the stage. How are you feeling right now?
I'm very nervous. Very, very nervous.
Why?
Because performing in front of people is like, whew, kind of nerve-wracking.
Really? Well, one of the things you had told me was that you like to write poetry that strikes a nerve. What does that mean?
Like if I'm walking around or if something makes me feel a certain way and my body's just like, you need to speak about that. I always like, okay, I need to reach out to my, fellow young people and just talk about it.
So what are some of the issues that you see when you're walking around that you're like, girl, I got to tell you about yourself?
Sometimes like how us as young people, we always try to fit in and we try to dummy ourselves down to fit in. And I'm like, you don't have to be dummied down to fit in because you're beautiful the way you are. Those types of things and like politics, people love politics and then just all those sorts of things.
Can you give us just a small piece of something that that is very passionate for you?
Yes, I can give you one I wrote about my mom.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Okay. Can I hold this?
As long as you don't keep it.
Okay. Okay. People ask me, who's my inspiration? Who helped me fight through the storm to feel amazing? Who holds my hand when I stray from what's right? And who do I pray for each and every night? Who prays for me even when I do wrong? I really thank you, mama. You helped me grow strong, become a young lady, tapped me on the tail when I acted a little crazy, kept me in check so I never be lost, and I always remembered, my mama is the boss. My mama breaks her back to put clothes on my skin and nice sneakers on my rack, diamonds in my ears and a couple dollars for a snack, and helps me pursue my dreams even if they kind of whack. My mama, my best friend, I know she got my back. Told me my name is more than 10 letters. Told me I'll progress and always become better. My mama is my superhero and no one could be better. I hope y'all understand. Man, do me a favor and hold your mama's hand. Give her a kiss on the cheek in front of your friends. Let your mama know you're her #1 fan. Like Tupac Shakur, you are appreciated. My love for you, mama, won't ever, ever be faded. You did so much for me ever since I could remember. And even though we fuss and fight, I'm like your little princess. And you're like my knight. You keep me safe when things ain't right. Hold me close, ma, you are my light. I jump in front of a bullet for you, ma, you are my life. I LOVEU, and I hope you see it's true, cause I wouldn't know what to do without you. I love you, mama. I LOVEU, I hope you see it's true, cause I wouldn't know what to do without you.
Wow, that was hot. Okay, singer, poet, you have the full package. Thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you.
Miss Devondria.
There are so many young people that fall through the crack because they don't have the opportunity to be heard and supported. A lot of young people don't fit the pattern that most fit, and so there's a great need for the work that we do. Gangs create family support for young people. They really do. It's negative, but they create a space. They have a network of people, and you always have somewhere to go. And we create an alternative to that.
I woke up and it's time for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's time for breakfast. Got some Fruit Loops, yeah, give me a scoop. Eat it up. Yeah. Got a spoonful of yum. Yeah. What up?
She said she just gave her some cat food.
I said Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops. I'm about to fry you. Yeah.
9 o'clock in the morning, and I wake up and got me some Tutti Fruities.
I got some Cheerios in my
Like a seagull. Saw those seagulls across the street.
I want some steak, some shrimp. Yeah, I'm feeling a little limp. Yeah. I need some energy. Yeah. Come on. Why you stop?
Talk to me like that.
Stop being
I
hard.
deserve better than that. Oh.
Oh,
But you're not gonna get better.
no.
You don't know who you talking to, bro. Oh, no.
I think it's very important to listen to young people, to give them an opportunity with what they have. I know that they need to build their skill sets and build their confidence, and they need to grow. But wherever they are with what they have, it's important just to create opportunities for them to know that that's enough right now. That, you know, we say something in the room, we say, respect the potential. I'm not even talking about what you've done. Forget about what you've already done. How about let's just be present in the potential in you. Just respect the potential.
We're about to have. All right, I like the way that sounds. See, me and Rob are artists, music made simple artists. And basically, our goal is to create music, positive music that you can relate to and yet have a good time, you know, dancing and having fun too. Yeah. So we're gonna give y'all a sample of that right now. Y'all ready for that? Yeah. No, I didn't hear it like I wanted to hear. Is y'all ready for that?
Yeah.
All right. We are ready. Let's get on the question. Y'all remember this one?
Yeah, come on. Can we get a clap?
Come on, get a hand clap. Come on.
I want to dance, y'all can. Come on.
Come on, classics.
Classic, 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 classic.
This right here, man, is timeless.
Timeless, 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 timeless.
This right here, man, is classic.
Classic, 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 classic,
This right
classic.
here, man, is timeless.
Timeless, 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 timeless.
Come on, Rob.
This is a good old classic
Music for your soul. Come on,
Like your verse got you down, like the music make you whole. No time for being down to sing a sad old blues. This right here is that good old classic. Watch this what he do well.
See, I've been everywhere, you never been, and better than I ever been. We belong in the game, this is how it is. Came banging on the raw list of relevant. Don't be scared to have a good time, tell a friend. So you can party like it's no tomorrow, throw your hands up in the air, show the peace sign to your friends. If you came to have a good time, sing a Sam. If you came to have a good time, so come on over, all the hippies and the backpackers, the bandwagons, the singers and the fanny packers, the b-boys and the hip-hop heads, the reggaeton and everybody rockin' dreads. It don't matter if you're short, tall, or long. Shout out to my brother with the bald heads. And you can be from any part of town. Come on, show me got the rhyme.
Classic, 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 classic.
Sing it with us, y'all.
Now, Teens with a Purpose, what is your mission?
Our mission is to create a platform for young people to use their voice, their talent, their energy to create a positive environment for themselves, for their peers, and also to have a positive impact on the community. And we use the arts as a vehicle, poetry, music, drama, and visual arts. And we also use evidence-based interventions that address things like bullying and teen pregnancy and HIV and STDs. So we give the teenagers the information and then they translate that into a language that their peers will understand using whatever vehicle they find necessary. And so it's teens helping one another to move themselves to the next level.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that next side, y'all.
Here it is, Mr. Nathan, coach of the Hampton Roads Youth Poetry.
How are you all doing? Welcome to the first of this year, 2014, Hampton Roads Youth Poets Poetry Slam. Woo! It's high. It's getting high. It's getting hot in here. We're going to turn it up.
Okay. Unfortunately, I am not a coach, so I have to pretty much play my position. And for the most part, I really do rely on the coaches, to be honest. And when I come in the room, you know, I'm usually on a message. And my message to the poets is, you are no longer an individual. Once you signed on to be a part of this team and to represent this region at Brave New Voices, you are a unit, and when you're as such, you have to be honest with each member of the team about what they bring to the, you know, to the stage, what they present to you. You can't just love everything. You have to give them, you know, constructive criticism, because they're not just representing you. They're not just representing themselves. They're not just representing Teens with a Purpose. They're not just representing the city they're from. They're not just representing their parent. They're representing all of Hampton Roads. So I try to encourage them to do what is necessary.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I say playfully, pretending to look around, trees whispering, "Where are you, Pequeña? Where are you, little star?" teasingly. Waiting to hear little foot patters, running to find the perfect place to hide with each step, an innocent giggle, but I heard nothing. Silence. I start to worry, so I close my eyes and calm my nerves, and with each breath I count down, believing that once my eyes come back up, you would have been in front of me this whole time. 10, By the time I reached 5, I felt little hands tug on my waist. When I opened my eyes, ready to believe that she was there to embrace, there was no one. My heart began to pound, racing to catch my breath. I found myself pulling up bushes, leaving no stone unturned. Not wanting to trust my eyes, my mind, because in that bind of time, I began to see that they were playing tricks on me. Feeling what seemed to be weeks, searching for you, Pequeña. Pequeña, ¿de dónde eres estrella, Pequeña? And it was only in the dead of night, with no streetlights in sight, that I found
you. Hi, little one. I tried to find you today as the sun rose. I searched the sky for you, were my miracle, my little star. Why didn't you come to light? Why wouldn't you let me see you in the light of day? I always prayed to have you. I always prayed for your safety. But since you keep coming back, you must be safe where you're at, and I don't want to take that away from you. But I have something to confess. Mommy is selfish, because I don't ever want to let you go. I want to relish in the ultimate realness of your presence, holding you in my arms, trying to memorize every gummy smile and every line of your palms, every strand of your curly hair, and the fact that seeing your brown eyes twinkle in the sunlight might be my one wish, might make me selfish. But I know it's truly time to let you go, and I promise to look up and search for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I find you. And I must say you're shining right now, and I can't look away, so every night I keep coming back. Every night I stare, and I don't care that it's been years now. And you just keep getting bigger and brighter, and I keep coming back. I keep coming back to you and leaving you again. And each time ella llora, she cries. Ella llora por mí, ella llora por mí. She cries for me each night I leave. When I leave each night, she cries. Ella por mí, ella llora por mí cada noche. She cries for me every night. Every night I hear her cry and scream and call for me. And every night I say to her, I always prayed to have you. I always prayed for your safety. But since you keep coming back, you must be safe where you're at, and I don't want to take that away from you. But don't forget, Mommy loves you. Then I turn away one last time, and I hear her as she cries for me, and it breaks my heart as I finally am willing to say, Mommy loves you. Adios, Pequeña.
Okay, did you get that edit for near the beginning where I was talking about the pattern for little feet?
Yeah. So
okay.
You said I should reword that?
Yeah, because as far as the pluralization of that, it's not quite right. So you have to dig deep and find find metaphors, find
Yeah,
ways of
pull it in
describing
more.
things that not the ordinary. I keep saying this. The poet exposes what the ordinary person does not see.
Yeah.
Right? That's what our job is. We have to expose what the ordinary person does not see. Because if all we do is state in poems what the ordinary person sees, then we're not opening their mind.
Yeah.
You know, we have to go beyond to what they may not see.
So your position as a coach, what do you teach these poets?
Well, you know, I try to help them enhance what they already have as creative talents. We come in, and a lot of them are page poets, and they have never recited their poems in front of an audience before. So we talk about stage presence, about diction, about breath, all the things really that an actor would be talking about. So it's really a comprehensive thing that we do to make them ready to compete against poets from all over the world.
Wow, so you're their acting coach, like you said.
Yeah, and we bring in other people, thespians, singers, to teach them all the things. We even had a guy who was like a deep sea diver, and we did this exercise where you put a piece of paper against the wall and blow against it and see how long you can hold the paper on the wall. So it's a lot to be able to stand on stage and spit a poem for 3 minutes long and keep that breath. You know, it takes skills.
Now, how did you get into it?
Well, I'm a poet. I've been writing poetry ever since I was a kid too, and unfortunately didn't have the avenues that these young people have. But I'm a published author and do spoken word. I'm a performance poet as well. So I love kids. I love the future. So these people are the future, and I feel like I'm trying to help that.
Awesome. Well, we're excited that you are assisting these young kids and helping them to mold and shape their talent. Now, I cannot leave this interview without asking you to give us a poem.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Put
you right on the spot. Can you think of something?
Yeah, so how much time do I have, to I don't want to go like 3 minutes and you only got a minute. Yeah.
Maybe like a minute.
Like a minute. Okay, well, I'll give you this poem. This is Black History Month, and this is a poem that I really like. A lot of people like it. It's called Divine Retribution, and it says, "I refuse to hate the man who hates me. I offer something far more devastating to his ego, pity. I shall not envy the spoils he labors to keep beyond my reach. I possess the treasure he most likely will never own, love. Yes, even after he has celebrated my death, I will gladly send him back the good news, eternal life."
Wow. Thank you so much. Nathan Richards, he's a coach, and if you need to get in contact with him, where can we reach you?
Oh, every Monday night at the TWP Center at the Vivian C. Mason Community Center in Norfolk on the corner of East Olney and Church Street. We'll be right there 6 to 8 o'clock. Come out, hang out with us.
Thank you.